Right, so in this video we're going to be continuing off of the same dice rolling app that we worked on yesterday. So the main difference in this video is that instead of having the on-click function, so when I click on a dice on the screen it randomly generates values for all 6 of them, I'm going to be using sensors, so when I rotate and move and do all those functions to a digital phone, it'll actually move it. So in this activity main, there's not really a change. I just have my image views for the 6 dice, and I have my text views for average and standard deviation, which I'm just keeping in because it'll display the values still, which is nice. And I have 2 new classes in Java, so I have my accelerometer and I have my gyroscope. So this one mainly deals with the rotations or the translations. And I made pretty much 3 variables in here and here, and these are for my sensors in the virtual phone. So I have sensor manager, sensor, and sensor event listener, and these are being kind of correlated with these variables and coordinates. So I have a tx, ty, and a tz for those 3 coordinates. Basically, if you were on a graph and you were transforming this phone around. And then for the gyroscope, which is the rotations, I have RX, RY, and RZ. I have the same sensors right here. And in my main activity, pretty much everything else is the same. I made 2 new variables for both of those classes, the accelerometer and the gyroscope. I still have my 6 images and randoms for all the things that are the 6 dice. And for the accelerometer, I have an if statement. So if this t of x, which is x, is greater than 1, it'll roll the dice. And if t of x is less than -1, it'll also roll the dice. And these are all completely random. And for the gyroscope, for the rotation, if it's r of x is greater than 1, it'll roll the dice, and if r of x is less than -1, it'll roll the dice. So if I run this, it's still loading. Okay, so here I have my phone from last video. I have both the standard deviation and the average up. I click there. Okay, so here's my phone in a virtual screen. So if I were to move the X and kind of shake my screen, you can see that the values for all of the dice are changing. And if I rotate in the Y with the gyroscope, you can also see my phone is shaking and the values are changing. So that's pretty much what this does. That's the main change I made, and that's my video.